And good evening, and welcome back to Act 3 of Session 17. We have spent Acts 1 and 2 in combat, defeating various ugly, nasty things that live in the dark, and we've done so very successfully. Frederick's plan went off without a hitch.
Wise choices were made.
Yes.
As always.
And we find ourselves about to explore underground a little bit more. And with that, I'll take it back to Dennis.
So now, like I said, there is a rope bridge, but Ember does not think that it would hold her.
But wasn't it a rope bridge for these giant basement dweller elf things?
I wouldn't say they're giant as much as they're just overweight.
Yeah. So it can hold them, but not her?
All I can tell you is that when Ember looks at this thing, she's pretty sure it's not going to hold her.
Ember is not overweight. She's just tall.
Now, when I say rope bridge, there's one rope in the center and then a bunch of smaller ropes going on to two handholds on either side.
Gotcha.
Oh, one of those. Those are so cool. I love
Yes,
those.
especially in horrible underground caves. Is that a giant pile of rocks or bones?
It's rock.
Okay.
Well, I think I have the ladder right now, so
Yep.
I'll go ahead and extend it and try to get it as high up on the that.
Well, it goes 15, right?
Yep, 15.
So if you're on the last rung, you probably can just get your fingertips onto the ledge.
I can reach down and help him up.
Okay?
Yeah,
Perfectly acceptable.
let's do that.
Friendship.
Okay.
Now can we reach down and recollect the ladder?
Yes.
Okay.
As
Now,
long as somebody holds somebody's feet. I don't see a problem with that.
Yep.
Or we could always tie a rope to the ladder so that we can pull it up.
well, look at you being all clever.
Ropes. They're
That's,
useful.
that's a good idea.
In fact, I might just tie a rope to the ladder anyways.
That's
to
a
have
good
that
idea.
that handy like that.
Now,
I'd like to try the rope bridge, even if Ember doesn't think it'll hold her.
Okay. Regali steps out onto the rope bridge.
Would you like to hold the end of my rope?
Now, I'm not one of those DMs that counts every gram and makes you count every gram that you're carrying. But do you have a rough idea of how much everything altogether is going to weigh for you?
Yes, I do. I've been tracking it. $41 plus 62 is 103 pounds of equipment plus my weight.
Don't forget the cats.
Oh yeah, and the cats.
they're light.
Regali has successfully spanned, with a bunch of rope creaking, I might add,
Okay. And now we have an additional rope between me and Ember because she handed me the end of her rope.
Are you at the end of your rope?
No, I'm at the end of Ember's rope.
Now,
Dun, dun.
Orion, get on the other side. All right. So my idea is, I got another one.
No.
This one I think is a little bit better, marginally.
That's gonna be hard.
Here we go.
That bar's high because that idea you had about me jumping off was a really good idea. So you
I
have set
mean-
the bar high, my friend.
I mean, look at us. We all made it, and they're all dead. So it couldn't have been that bad.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
I'm being serious. I thought that was a great idea.
Fate is on our side. Now, if we take this,
We're just gonna look at Regali and like, shake her head. Like, she's,
If we set this extendable ladder up right at this edge, I think that's just about 15 feet, just all the way across, just at an angle. So, sure it is.
No,
No.
Well,
it's math.
longer than 15 feet.
I could
That's not how math
probably-
works.
That's
I'm
not how
looking
a
at
triangle. That's not how a triangle works, man.
I'm looking at
A squared
squares
plus b
here.
squared is c squared. That doesn't mean that c squared is equal to a squared.
Hey, wait a minute. This isn't a hexagonal game. What are you doing?
I'm
No,
just
it's a
throwing
triangular game.
I'm throwing a grid over this just to see that from here to here.
I mean, I can already see it's 15 feet long, which means if you rotate it up, it's not going to reach as far.
I know. But I want it to.
I know.
This is real simple. Frederick, walk across the bridge. If it breaks and you start to fall, have Ild teleport you up.
Oh, well, all right. Look who's coming up with ideas now. I'm so proud of you.
Do we really want the fire elemental that close to the rope bridge?
Well,
just a
if-
question.
Well, that's the thing. If the rope breaks, then who cares if the fire elemental explodes and teleports? If it doesn't break, then we're good.
Unless it catches fire.
Oh, Ild can be like 5 feet above Frederick's head.
I don't
What
know.
if we just tied the end of Ember's rope to Frederick so that if he falls, I got him up here? Like, I will secure it to the ledge I am on.
The anchor points to the on this end of the bridge where Regali is does seem very, very sturdy.
All right, well, then we'll just do that.
Okay, yeah, let's just do that then. Tie around and start making my way up.
Frederick, how much do you weigh, buddy? With everything?
Well, with everything, let me do a little bit of addition. Because it's not too
mean-
much.
Ild will be hanging nearby in case of emergency teleportation, but he also is looking at those ropes kind of like hungry, like.
All together with equipment, that's 262 pounds.
Okay, go ahead and make your way across. And with a lot more creaking than Regali had, you are here.
Woo! Untie the rope from Frederick and toss it to Orion.
I will go next. And with gear, I'm only about 220, 230. Because I don't wear heavy armor. I don't wear any armor.
Orion has successfully navigated the rope bridge.
Yay.
Ember, what's your total-ish?
How dare you ask? Just kidding. My total is 350.
Yikes.
Hey,
We
I would
toss
say
Ember
no.
the rope.
Ember, are you going to secure the rope to yourself?
yes.
Okay. How?
I will.
Does anybody have mountaineering or any kind of...
I don't.
All right. So Ember, here's what I need first is a sleight of hand. And then I want you to explain to me, this is going to determine whether or not you roll with advantage, disadvantage, or just regular. Explain to me how you're tying this rope to you.
Probably like tie it to my belt and maybe like around my chest.
Okay. And give me a sleight of hand roll.
16.
Okay. The knots hold as the rope bridge breaks for you and you plunge whee into the rocks, come to life and grab you.
Ild.
What?
Ill. Last words. Ill.
Pull me up.
All
Start
right.
falling.
You are safe from fall damage. However, these things just kind of appear as moving rocks at first. And they reach out and they grab you.
Punch the rocks. Ah,
Whoa!
that's not rocks.
That's not a rock.
There are 3 of them. One of them
Hey, friends.
saw you coming. You may now roll for initiative, but the surprise attack is going to be on their side.
What was your initiative, Ember?
21.
Orion,
That-
17.
Frederick,
13.
Regali,
Also 21, but Ember can go first.
Thanks.
So with incredible speed, these black things move to you as Ild moves to you. All 3 of them take a swipe at you. 2 of them hit, and you take 20 points of damage
Ah.
Oh my.
as they shred you from the kneecap on down.
Oh.
Ember.
I'm hurting.
Ember,
Still up, but I'm a hurting.
Ember, it's your turn.
Oof. Are these things... Does it appear that they are able to, like, climb up walls?
It does look that way. If you had to guess, you would say that they would have no problem whatsoever climbing upside down, even if they would, I mean, just by the way the claws are
Okay.
and the way they move across, scramble across these rocks.
I am going to shout, pull me up. And, yeah, I will do...
Are you going to do that scream that when, what's the name of that? What's the big desert dwelling monster with the beak? That
The
Billy
Sarlacc?
D. Yeah, the Sarlacc. You're going to do that scream? The Billy D. Williams? Ah!
Maybe.
Aim a little higher, a little higher.
Okay. I am going to do a new spell that I have. Burning Hands. So it's a 15-foot cone. Could I hit all of them with that?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just do it at first level. So they have to make reflex save. Or dexterity save. Sorry, still used to older edition.
What is my DC?
14.
1 makes it.
Okay. So if they fail, they
I'm sorry.
take...
Number 3 makes it. Go ahead. What do they
that
take?
one takes 8, the rest... Or, sorry. That one takes 4, the rest take 8. And I will also have Ild shoot at the dearest one, I guess. And Ild misses. He got a nat 3.
Okay. Regali.
Yes. I'm going to start pulling with all my might to try and pull Ember up on this rope. Heave ho. Is that like strength or athletics?
There's no way for you to do it. What's your strength?
My strength is 13.
Maybe. That would be a strength check, I would assume.
Probably
19.
will take...
What is your carrying capacity?
My carrying capacity is, I have that written down. I was just looking at it. Strength 10, 15. 195.
So you can pick up double that. So you're almost at 400. So I'm going to say yes, actually. What's your strength check roll?
Where'd my audio there?
I rolled a 19.
Absolutely. Regali, all by her lonesome, is doing the deadlift to try and get Ember up. And out of the reach,
Thank you.
Orion.
Yes.
Assuming Regali, that's all you're going to do?
Yeah.
Okay, Orion.
I was about to grab the rope and pull, but Vergali seems to be doing quite well with her surge of adrenaline. Are there any decent sized rocks around my feet?
No, not around your feet.
Ugh. Bummer. I don't really have a ranged attack.
Look at the map. Not around your feet.
Oh. Is there anything above my head that I can reach up and grab?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to grab them with your hand. However, if you remember Regali standing on top of a stalagmite,
Yep.
jumping off it, snapping it off.
Yep.
If you look over your head, and with a bit of rope and a good lasso throw,
Use the ropes, Orion. Use the ropes.
You also got that fancy ring of yours.
I do.
Orion, don't jump back down.
No more jumping off cliffs.
or
I'm going to.
Orion, if you would like, you can help Regali pull.
I'm gonna run over to the rope and help Regali haul it up, and
Okay.
the entire time I'm gonna be yelling, "Dinner time! Dinner time! Now would be a good time for dinner time!"
Okay.
So my strength roll was a 22.
Frederick.
Alrighty. Well, those two are doing very well pulling her up. So what I will do is kind of distract the entities. So yeah, sure. Launch an Eldritch Blast at one of them.
One,
just at
two,
the-
or three?
Whichever one is closest to the top of the rock pile.
One.
All right. Shooting at 1. 15 to hit.
Damage.
7 damage.
Oh. Ow. Okay. Oh, that's bad. You just got hit twice more. 6, 7, 8, 9.
No.
So you get hit with 2 tentacles because they have a reach of 10 feet.
Oh, great. That would have been nice to know.
And you are hit for 14. And I believe you have died.
Well, I've gone down. Hopefully it's not died outright.
No, I think you're dead. What happens to Ild when you fall?
So one of the nice smaller updates they changed was apparently if I fall or become unconscious, Ild will act on his own.
Okay. And what would Ild like to do?
Probably dinner time. Try and get me up there if he can see above the ledge.
To do what?
Teleport me up above the ledge. But
No.
So dinner time, and do you want to do damage to these creatures?
I mean, it'll do damage to if they're next to Ild when he teleports out. But he might have to go to the left of me so that he can see above the ledge.
What do you mean?
Knows where the ledge is. It counts.
Okay. We'll accept that.
Okay.
If they're within 5 feet of him and they teleport away, they do a reflex save or take 3 damage.
2 of them miss.
So they take 3 fire damage.
Okay. The rope is still tied around you.
Yeah, did the rope teleport with me, or did I teleport?
I think what
Did I
happens
just leave
is
the rope behind?
right, but you were wearing it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the rope is with you.
Okay.
And that might be an issue because
Yeah,
Did
hopefully.
it catch fire?
no, they can reach the rope.
Well, it's only halfway down now. I was more worried about the other issue of
Breaking the rope.
well, the fact that we have 2 people pulling on the rope with all their might, and suddenly
They're just
it's
taking up
not
the slack
taut.
now. That's how I assumed it would
Okay.
go.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so Ild teleports Ember right in the middle of the slab. You guys, all of a sudden, you're pulling up free rope. And you turn around, and there's Ember, incapacitated, laying on the ground, making a death saving throw.
These are risky.
I guess I should be fair. The first attack, did it do more than 4 damage?
First attack did 9 damage.
Okay, so technically I'm already 1 fail. Ooh, 17.
So 1 make, 1 fail.
Yes.
So we are relieved, but our characters are not.
All right.
That's sad.
We're out of initiative because these guys aren't going to chase after. They're more opportunistic hunters.
Oh, that's good.
Are they scavengers at all? Because we left quite a sizable meal down there for them.
Are you going to ask them?
Hey, there's a big pile of meat, like that way, like over there. Just telling you.
All right.
How many
is
more
it-
death saves do I have to make during that?
During that little speech? None.
Okay.
How many seconds was that?
Let's see. We're out of initiative, so who's got the plan to wake Ember up?
I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. Because that is the only spell slot I have left.
Ooh.
So that is 13 points of healing.
Hooray. Ild is much relieved.
So you're at 3. Which is enough to get you sitting up and walking around.
Wouldn't I be at 13, or are we actually doing negatives?
Yeah, I thought you just started counting from 0.
Oh, you guys.
I think negatives is a 3.5 thing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a...
I know, I punched it in.
Tiny.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You should be at
13.
Yep.
Yep.
It's 13 plus 0.
Yeah, and 5e, you don't go to negatives, but if you take damage when you're down, you automatically fail a death save.
Ooh.
Ew,
Crits
flashback.
make you fail too, which is ridiculous because if you get melee attacked when you're down, it's an automatic crit.
Well, it would appear that Regali is the only one who hasn't joined the Roll the Death Savings Club.
Walk
I
over and
tried.
kick her off the cliff. No. It was a
Join the
joke.
club.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
It would appear that Regali is the only one with a sense of self-preservation.
Ember, how are you feeling to go on?
I'm feeling okay.
Okay.
I got spells. I can heal myself. In fact, you know
Well,
what?
don't forget that Lustron gave you a cure wounds potion. He gave us all one.
I'll do a first level cure wounds on myself for now.
Okay.
Ooh, I rolled max. So that's 12 more hit points.
Oh, you're ready to rock and roll.
It might be
Well-
worth mentioning that Regali now has no spell slots left.
Yes, that is why I healed myself.
Ryan,
Yes.
you had, because you used a moxie point,
Yep.
10 temporary hit points. How long do those last?
Until the end of a long rest.
Okay. So you still have them.
Correct.
Okay. The cavern takes a very sharp and steep turn uphill. And while you were, excuse me, while you were all worried about Ember, Frederick took a look up there. And the noises, the grunts, the grunt language that these things use, you definitely heard some coming from up there.
There's more of them up there.
Oh, man.
Can I get a rough estimate about how many?
Doesn't seem to be more than a few. How about that?
Do they sound like the same things that were just clawing at Ember, or does it sound like something different?
No, it sounds like the blind, fat, dough ball elves that you fought before.
Oh, I'm not worried about those fatties. Okay. I'm sure I won't regret that statement. Well, I guess we really only have one choice, which is onwards
Onward and upward.
upwards.
This is extremely steep and it's a little bit slimy, but you do notice that right in the very middle, there seems to be a lot of the slime has been worn away, shall we say?
Okay. I'm gonna voluntold Frederick to go first since he can see. And I'll go
Yeah.
right behind him.
Am I all right with that?
Do you want Il to go in front of you so you can see?
Hold on.
Why don't we have Ild behind me, in between you and then Regali, and then if we need Ild to go forward, Ild can shoot forward.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Now, it is 6 minutes to 9. Would you like to hold off until next week, where I will be in Florida, right on the ocean?
Ooh, fancy.
So this is a good time.
Okay.
All right.
So we will see you all next week, kiddos.
Hold, please. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba,
Demonetized.
ba, 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 ba. Cut this part.